Imagine being 19, with your whole life ahead of you, dreams of college, a career, a family. Now imagine being ripped from that life, thrown into a prison cell for a crime you didn't commit. This is the story of Marcus Reed, a young black man from Chicago, sentenced to life in 2005 for a murder he had no part in. How did an innocent teen lose 15 years of his life? Stay with me. This story will leave you speechless. Marcus Reed grew up on Chicago's South Side, in a neighborhood where hope was hard to come by. He was a senior at Lincoln High, a star basketball player with a scholarship offered to a community college. His mother, Angela, worked 2 jobs to keep him on the right path. Marcus wasn't perfect, but he was a kid with a future, until November 12, 2004. That night, a convenience store robbery turned deadly. The clerk was shot, and the police needed a suspect fast. Marcus, who was home studying that night, became their target. Why? Because he was young, black, and in the wrong place at the wrong time. The evidence against him was flimsy at best. A single eyewitness, a scared teenager named Jamal, claimed Marcus was at the scene. But Jamal's story kept changing, and he later admitted the police pressured him to point the finger. A blurry security camera photo showed a figure in a hoodie, impossible to identify, but the prosecution called it undeniable proof. There was no DNA, no fingerprints, no weapon tied to Marcus. Yet, the jury convicted him in just 2 hours. Marcus was sentenced to life without parole at 19. His mother collapsed in the courtroom, screaming, "He's innocent." But the system didn't listen. Behind bars, Marcus faced a brutal reality. Guards who saw him as just another number, inmates who tested his resolve, and a justice system that seemed designed to keep him locked away. He wrote letters to lawyers, journalists, anyone who might help. Most went unanswered. Meanwhile, Angela and Marcus's younger sister, Keisha, fought tirelessly. They organized protests, held candlelight vigils, and started a blog called Free Marcus Reed. But the city's powerful refused to bud Reveloge. The lead detective, John Callahan, had a reputation for closing cases, often at any cost. Rumors swirled that he'd coerced witnesses before, but no one dared challenge him. Years passed, and Marcus's hope faded. By 2015, he'd spent a decade in a 6x8 cell, wondering if the truth would ever come out. In 2019, everything changed. A new lawyer, Sarah Nen, took on Marcus's case pro bono after reading Keisha's blog. Sarah dug into the case files and found inconsistencies, missing police reports, untested evidence, and Jamal's recanted testimony. Then, in 2020, a bombshell arrived, a handwritten letter from a former police officer, Emily Torres. Torres revealed that Detective Callahan had fabricated evidence to frame Marcus. The real suspect, a known gang member named Derek Hayes, had been protected because he was an informant. Torres's letter detailed a cover-up. Callahan had threatened Sallied. The courts dragged their feet. The system that convicted Marcus so quickly now moved at a crawl to free him. Protests grew louder, with thousands chanting Marcus's name outside the Chicago courthouse. Social media exploded, with hashtag #FreeMarcusReed trending worldwide. In June 2021, after 15 years, Marcus's conviction was overturned. On the day of his release, hundreds gathered outside the prison. Angela ran to her son, tears streaming down her face, as Marcus stepped into freedom for the first time since he was a teenager. The crowd roared, but Marcus was quiet, overwhelmed. He later said, "I lost 15 years, but I never lost my truth." Detective Callahan was investigated, though he retired before facing charges. Marcus received a settlement from the city, but no amount could replace the years stolen. Today, Marcus speaks at schools, sharing his story to inspire change. He's rebuilding his life, studying law to help others wrongfully convicted. Marcus Reed's story isn't just one man's fight. It's a wake-up call. How many others are still behind bars, waiting for justice? If this story moved you, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Share Marcus's story to spread the word. Check out our playlist for more stories of injustice, and let us know in the comments, what's the worst case of injustice you've heard about? Together, we can shine a light on the truth. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.